What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Sir Jorge the Great bringing you week 6 of the United Pokemon Association, better known as the UPA for short. This week we are facing off Lieutenant Gold and his Los Angeles Aegislash with an amazing logo. I think most of the coaches here are, I think every coach here has a fantastic logo. So I'm very excited to be battling Lieutenant Gold yet again. I think last time we faced him off was in the BBR week 1, which has over like 300 views, so like thank you for showing that video a bunch of love, and I actually asked you guys to show this video a bunch of love. As we are now past the 200 subscriber mark, again, thank you for that as well. So if you guys are enjoying my content, make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe if you have not already. Anyways, I'm going to quickly go over our team, what we're bringing and why we're bringing it, and you also will see the teams right now. So first and foremost, we are bringing Blueberry, the Gigantamax Gengar. So let me actually go over here because I can remember the EVs properly. So we're bringing basically, so I could have EV'd this a little bit better so we have a little bit more bulk, but this team is a little rushed. We're bringing Max Attack, Timid Nature with Max Special Attack. So the reason why we're bringing a Tree Scar set is because he has Weavile. Weavile is very scary. We have a hard time sort of like we have Serpo, but like it could easily come in against us when we're Gigantamax and like go for a knockoff and just basically Okoa. So with the Choice Scarf, we basically secure outspeeding him, unless he brings the Choice Scarf himself, but I doubt he'll bring like a max speed set. So we have Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, and Dazzling Gleam. So there's like combination moves to like the most amount of damage, and I also want to trick because I also really wanted to have Max Guard this week. So I actually am able to like maybe waste a turn of his Gigantamax Pokemon, which is Gigantamax is Garbodor. And actually, I think that works out in our favor because Garbodor can no longer sort of benefit from it being from the Max Ooze effect. Because I think Max Malador has a 100% chance of poison or toxic our Pokemon, and Blueberry can sort of wall that. So we're able to sort of go for a Sludge Bomb into a Shadow Ball and just do that Pokemon a whole lot of damage. We have Trick obviously to like if we want to get rid of it, give it to like maybe the Vaporeon, and I think we might want to maybe. Then that won't be as much of an issue. Next up we have Chris Griffin, the Piloswine. We're rocking basically a max HP, max defense with the Rash Nature, something like that. We're basically max defense to the max, no pun intended. So what's this set? We have Rocks, EQ, Esco Crash, and Ice Shard. Actually, why am I oblivious? I should be Thick Fat. I'll fix that right now. So we have basically, so EQ, Esco Crash does a number of things to my opponent. In fact, his four biggest threats are physical attackers Weavile. Let me look at the team. Cause I remember really well. You see him like right in front of you right now, but I don't have. So it's Weavile, Galarian Zapdos, Entei, and Metagross, and Flygon. So 5 Pokemon we could relatively check well. Maybe not the Zapdos Galarian form, but everything else we actually check pretty well. We can set up Rocks. EQ hurts the Entei. EQ hurts the Weavile. My music went out for a second. I was very concerned for a second. Echo Crash hurts, the Zapdos. EQ hurts the Metagross. Ice Shard, Echo Crash hurts the Flygon. It's a really good Pokemon this week. It also stops, the Rotom from like volt switching around, which I think is very valuable. I don't care if I get burned whatsoever. Really, Chris Griffin is to have a little bit of chip damage around all around. Next up, we have Serpo, the Urshifu Rapid Strike form, with the leftovers Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Seduce Strikes, and Substitute. Now, I think we could easily set up against a Vaporeon, because it'll go for a Toxic. As we click Sub, we click Bulk Up, and suppose it goes into like Slurpuff, or, maybe his Vaporeon, expecting like a Surging Strikes to come off. I really actually shouldn't, because it's a Vaporeon with Water Absorb. But with Bulk, so if he does bring Vaporeon, I'm sort of expecting a Wish Toxic Protect set with Scald. And so if he brings that set, then he really can't hurt Urshifu, and we have enough investment in our HP where I believe Scald does not break our sub. Let me double check. A defensive set anyways. And we could easily just start setting up against the Vaporeon. If he just breaks our sub, hopefully by then we've recovered enough HP where we can basically go into, our next Pokemon. So let me double check the calc. So Urshifu. The one thing I hate about calculating for Urshifu Rapid Strike is that it's like the last thing you see. Vaporeon. Level 50. Scald does not break our. If he's max defensive, if he has no investment whatsoever, then we definitely do OHKO it. And a Drain Punch. And we have enough speed to basically outspeeding. We just need to go +2. And we almost guarantee kill it has a 50% chance of Oko Vaporeon at +2. And if we go, +2/+2 defense, then he has a harder time dealing with us. Let's see. I'm gonna say Slurpuff is another possible like answer to us. So Slurpuff, level 50. No, that's not what I wanted to do, Jorge. Good job, Jorge. You really are shining. Yes, Surging Strikes. Wait a minute. I think that the calc on the Vaporeon was wrong. Surging Strikes obliterates Slurpuff, but I think the Vaporeon we might need to be a little bit more Vaporeon. But I think regardless, I don't know how it went back to level 50. Anyways, Drain Punch is gonna do enough, and it's gonna give us enough recovery to basically, outweigh the downfall of us going for Substitute, which I think is really, really nice. Next up we have Dodecahedron, the Darmanitan, another Substitute set with Belly Drum, EQ, and Fire Punch. Now, this I actually do hope takes off. I think the only issue we have is going to be with the Flygon and potentially with the Weavile. Because if we trigger our Salac Berry, then we might be in range of an Ice Shard depending on the Weavile set. But other than that, I think Dodecahedron has a good chance of sweeping my opponent. If we're able to get the I think the only Pokemon that also might step with is the Flygon, but I doubt a +6 Flygon, or a Flygon can take a +6 Fire Punch from Darmanitan. If not, we just need some chip on that thing as we usually do. I wanted to bring this set last week. I really did. Let's see. No. Fire Punch. Because we get that Cheer Force boost, and we are adamant. I believe. Yeah, we're adamant. Okay. Adamant. So if we go +6. Yeah. So +6 Fire Punch does 149.6 to 176% of damage. So that thing is not living whatsoever. Even suppose he brings like a bulkier set, and if he brings max HP like max attack, cherry on top. But really, if he gets up rocks and we click Belly Drum, we'll proc the Salac Berry immediately, so there's no need to have Substitute. But it's sort of like in case rocks don't go up or we want to trigger it immediately. That's what we have it there. Even max HP dies. That's pretty much Dodecahedron. We have sort of two win cons in Dodecahedron and Serpo. Next up, we got Peter Shocker, the Gavantula with the heavy duty boots. He's rocking his booties: Thunder, Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, and Volt Switch. So I was going to bring Webs, but when I realized what Pokemon were going to get affected, it wasn't really that much in my interest, because Weavile can easily run boots and we can't outspeed it. Zapdos is not affected by it, and Entei I really have a good handle on. Like, he really can't do too much like my Urshifu, especially once we start setting up. And then Flygon, it's Levitate, so it's not going to get affected, and Metagross is Clear Body. So the Pokemon that were going to target it, even Rotom doesn't get affected by it. So Webs didn't make any sense this week to bring. Even though I really like, if there was a way for me to trigger it, then I would. But also, Zapdos gets Defiant, so it wouldn't be in our favor. So it just didn't make much sense. So I said, heck it, let's just run Heavy Duty Boots so we can switch in easily with ease. We have Thunder, Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, and Volt Switch. Volt Switch purely for momentum. I like the momentum it brings us this week. Energy Ball hits basically anything Thunder or Bug Buzz doesn't hit. And then, we have max speed, max special attack with a timid nature. So we outspeed at level 100s. Again, I could have adjusted the just a little bit so that we can outspeed, or we have a little bit more bulk, but this was rushed. And finally, we have Pickles the SBN, who's also rocking a Choice Scarf this week. Dazzling Gleam, Future Sight, and Shadow Ball with Baton Pass. Really, I want to bait the Weavile coming in against us, so we could go into Urshifu, get a Substitute off, and then click Bulk Up or Switching Strikes, whatever, and get a big damage off. We have Dazzling Gleam in case he feels comfortable enough against us, and it's like, okay, maybe he's not Choice Scarf. We could go for Dazzling Gleam and do a lot of damage to that. Weavile. Future Sight's really nice because it also basically baits in the Weavile. Because it's like, okay, so Future Sight's gonna hit now. Let's go with the Weavile, and then I go into say Urshifu, so that we are in a favored positioning. And then we have Shadow Ball because it hits the Metagross. Our first two moves don't hit it at all, and it's nice to have hit the thing somehow, some way. And obviously we got Baton Pass, so we can just get the heck in out of there. Gives us some momentum, I think. And so that is the team. Let me know what you guys think of the team down below. I'm gonna get connected with my opponent. See you guys in a minute. Alrighty, dighty, ladies and gentlemen. I was just ensuring that we have 3 dots across the board. It's good to know. Here's the squad. I think you guys have noticed this by now, but typically whenever I do like set up my Pokemon in my initial party, I tend to like put them in order of the Pokemon you see down below. Let's wish our opponent have fun and break a leg. Have fun, break a leg. You can see the 6 I think they're going to bring. Truth be told, if he doesn't bring his Gigantamax, I'm gonna sweat just a little bit, not too much so, because that'd be bad. But I do expect at least, you know, some of those Pokemon to come. If he doesn't bring his Gigantamax Pokemon, then so be it. We've got to play around that. Let me quickly have this out. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we are not communicating with our opponent. Should have taken off my pants before I had the before this battle started. Okay, cool. Alright guys, we are trying to win here. Okay, so we see Garbodor, we see Slurpuff. Okay, so we see a couple of different things. No Rotom and no Weavile. Huh. I'm actually a huge fan of this. That means one of his Pokemon, like Flygon, is probably Choice Scarfed. If I had to guess. And let me just quickly clip their rings off. And then let me get... No Weavile actually surprises me a whole ton. And instead we see Entei. Wait, no Galarian Zapdos? No. Who did he not bring? The Metagross is that's who doesn't bring. And we see Slurpuff. Let me choose a lead real quick. I kind of like leading off with Pickles immediately. Puts a lot of more pressure. And we are... Unfortunately, we got Choice Scarf, so we're going to be locked into that. But we could freely Psychic Spam. So I'm actually A-okay with that. My opponent is still selecting their Pokemon. So let's look at a little bit of the breathing room. So yeah, no Psychic type Pokemon is basically... Especially since we have Gengar, I'm a little surprised by that. Again, have fun, break like my opponent. I always try to tell them that before the battle begins. It's good sportsmanship. That's our setup. I am recording. Perfect. As they lead off with Mrs. Puff, which is going to be the Slurpuff. I think they're trying to get off an immediate belly drum, if I had to guess. Or they're setting up sticky webs. That's what it is. They're setting up sticky webs. And we have Magic Bounce. So I'm going to go for a Future Sight. So I guess it's Slurpuff. I'm trying not to talk to my microphone. Future Sight does 89.2 to no HP invested. So we're getting a nice, like, you know, thing off. Sorry, blanking out. If he is Belly Drum, that's kind of an issue. But if he's max HP, we'll knock him out in the future. No pun intended. If he's max HP, we do 74 minimum. So he does stay in. For definitely be taking some damage off. Okay. Not gonna do too much. Thanks to we're max HP, so we took that pretty well. I'm gonna switch out here though. Now we don't switch into so that did around say 40% or 25% rather. So see Dazzling Gleam. I didn't remember what Pokemon he had. Oh crap. So that's not invested. I'm gonna go hard into Blueberry. Just put really just scare him out. Slur. So he goes for Wish. Okay. Zapdos. I don't want to Gigantamax, but I kind of want to Gigantamax. Garbodor. Gengar. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I'm not gonna Gigantamax. I'm just simply gonna... I really want a Gigantamax here, guys. I really want a Gigantamax. Is that a mistake? What else does he have? Is that a mistake? He could have Choice Scarf Flygon. That's the thing. So I'm gonna go for Sludge Bomb. Get some damage off. He just switches out. So what if he goes into is definitely Choice Scarf. He goes in Guard but Drain. Okay. If I Gigantamax there and go for the Max Ooze, we're gonna do some damage to that thing. Oh, and this. I forgot about that. Garb is dead. Flygon. I think he was hoping to live the hit, not expecting us to be modest. And Tay, and then Vaporeon. I have a really easy switch into Chris Griffin here. But Pickle's getting a kill. Espeon kills Gigantamax Garb. So we're starting things off very strong. If it was for EQ, so be it. I was not expecting Entei though. It's for U-turn. Okay. Then I do 0. So we see U-turn. We saw Dazzling Gleam. He could be like a Calm Mindset. But I'm pretty sure he has sticky Focus has sticky webs. Goes into Hollister, which is gonna be Vaporeon. Okay. This thing could go for a Toxic, which I expected to. So I'm gonna go into Espeon expecting a Toxic come off, Magic Bounce it to its face, and then Baton Pass into for Scald. Okay. No burn, perfect. I'm gonna click Baton Pass here. So Espeon has a lot of chip on it. Let's see what this thing wants to what they do. They can set up a Wish here. They can totally set up a Wish here. So we're gonna get a Baton Pass. We're gonna get the Heckins out of here. I'm gonna go into Serpo and sort of do what we were trying to do earlier, or what our game plan was in the beginning of the video. If you guys missed the team builder, that's what I explained this. Expecting him to be like a Toxic, like use for Scald again. It's very risky. Okay, he's not gonna break our next sub. Oh, that's fine. We got Drain Punch for a reason. That's honestly the only downslide was that it was gonna get a Scald Burn. So I'm gonna go for a Substitute. We could always just gain HP back over time. Us being burned is a little bad. Let's see if he has Toxic. It's for Wish. Okay, cool. This is the best case scenario that he goes for Wish. So he also has Wish. A lot of Wish passing here. And see, there's no. Excuse me, no damage has been done. So I don't know what kind of set this Vaporeon is. Hopefully we can get a few drain punches off. That'd be in our favor. Hopefully this shouldn't break our sub. Oh, come on, he got the high roll. Okay, that's fine. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm gonna go for... Yeah, I'm gonna go for another Substitute. Hopefully this doesn't break our sub. We'll go for Drain Punch. Scald, please don't break our sub. Because if not, we're gonna have to start clicking Drain Punch. There we go, cool. So now we're behind our sub. The next one is gonna break it, but we can click Drain Punch. Basically go back to neutral of our attack. And go from there. And if he isn't, hopefully if he's not max defense. We're recovering a lot of health from this Drain Punch, though. So let's go for the Drain Punch. The nice thing, though, is that he can't Toxic us now that we're burnt. So we should be recovering at least a quarter of our health. That's like max defense. That's almost like max defense. Thank God for the leftovers, am I right? Gosh, I feel like every time we bring Urshifu, we just can't operate him well whatsoever. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for a Wish here. Let's see. If he goes for Scald this turn, let's see how he starts playing this game. Because I want to sort of predict the turn he's going for his Wishes. Like, if he doesn't go for Wish this turn, then he's obviously going to be going for Wish next turn. He has to. He's for Scald here. We are +2 defense. We're losing health over time, but that's okay. If because I won't get a crit. Actually, no, he's not max defense. It's not a crit if you call it. Am I right, guys? Fellas, am I right? I don't think we could have gone for a sub right there. Oh, actually, hold up. I'm looking at level 100. 50 might be good. He just switch out. He goes into Mrs. Puffs. Okay. I doubt he's choice Scarfed. Because searching, if I'm burnt, I think searching Scarf still goes through the burn. Hold up. Oh, Rocky Helmet. Wow, okay. So Slur, Puff. Apparently I cannot type whatsoever. Actually no. It is affected by burn. I'm gonna save Urshifu as a good potential like sack outlet. Go into Mrs. Puffs in case he goes for Sticky Webs here. I really can't risk that. Like he's obviously gonna go for a Decoing, but I can't risk him going for Sticky Webs because we don't have any removal. Unfortunately. So you just switch out. Okay. Back into Hollister. Oh, he was expecting me to go for like a Searching Strikes. I wasn't gonna do that. I'm gonna go for... I guess I'll go for Future Sights here. He's for Scald, okay. It's gonna be enough to knock me out though, unfortunately. Kills Espeon. I think it's time we go into... Actually, do you have a Ground-type Pokemon? You don't. Interesting. I'm gonna go into Peter Shocker. Oh, yeah, Flygon, never mind. I'm gonna go into Blueberry. Can we live an EQ from Flygon? Reach Gigantamax. If he's not Life Orb? Oh yeah, we can. That's Life Orb damage. I'm gonna do Gigantamax. I'm gonna go Big Boy. Thank goodness that Garbodor is dead because that saves us, you know, it's gonna save us from, you know, putting the animation in. I love Gigantamax Garbodor though. I'm gonna go big already, and I'm gonna go for a Max Ooze. Basically setting up an endgame where we could just click Shadow Ball a bunch of times. So he's gonna stay in, probably going for a Wish. Look at that beautiful Gigantamax Pokemon. That is Gigantamax Gengar. It probably gets like max special defense. Here comes the Max Ooze. doesn't knock him out. That's actually like the best case scenario. Is for wish. Okay. Again, we're max speed Gengar with a choice scarf. We'll go for another max Suzu. If it goes for protect, I think that's better because we'll get 3 max Suzus off. Hopefully. If it goes into Flygon, then I think I'm forced to just click back Garb into Shadow Ball next. Let's see. +2 is already doing 118. What about this Zapdos? He switches out. He's into Caliente. Which is gonna be the Entei. He does have pressure. Dun 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 dun. As we go for Max Ooze. We're +1, baby. Like, yeah, you're not gonna appreciate that hit. We have to do it. We actually live. We should live a Stomping Tantrum. Oh, and Espeon from the dead. Espeon from the dead. Kills Entei. Espeon from the dead. Oh, I love Future Sight so much. We're +2. Entei's dead. And we can kind of comfortably click Dazzling Gleam now. Vaporeon super low. Slurpuff I don't think takes a hit. Not from +2. Oh god. Shoot. We'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Things worked out a little bit differently. We're unfortunately not going to go +3. We are choice scarfed. So I'm just clicking Shadow Ball. Actually, I think I might click Dazzling Gleam. We're on... Hold up. Vaporeon. We're +2 right now. It's level 50. Jorge! I have to go for Shadow Ball. Yeah. Yeah, Gengar's gonna get... So, it played out a little bit differently. Kills, Espeon. So, Vaporeon's dead. Flashbacks to when I played mid. Here comes Flygon. So, there's no way this thing is gonna outspeed me, and Shadow Ball should kill, unless he's like max HP. Yep. Kills Flygon. Here comes Slurpuff. Do we... Does Gengar get the trifecta? Let's find out on this episode of Will Gengar Kill? Oh boy! Kills Slur. So now the question is, what is this meat? I'm not too afraid of it, to be honest. We just went +2. So like, if it doesn't kill here, that's the only reason why I'd be like, why I wish I was +3. Let's see if it does kill. Oh my gosh! Crit! Alright, Alright. Gengar kills Galarian Zapdos. Alright, so we're gonna sweep. Again, Lieutenant Goat, I'm very sorry about that. Like, I feel like that was very disrespectful. I would love to receive this trainer card. That's the only reason why I wasn't too worried about, like, me going +3. Hold up, let me check if that calc really mattered. I think that compensated me not going +3. No, it definitely mattered. It was a roll. But the roll, the crit secured. GG. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap things here. We won a game. We actually won 5-0 there. The reason why you saw like less Pokemon there is because we figured it'd be easier not to bring those Pokemon. Like I said, it's a little bit more time. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this content, your San Ant Eggys are now 2-4 for the season, making that playoff push early. Thank you so much for watching this video of mine. If you guys did enjoy this content, by all means hit that like button down below and subscribe if you have not already. If you guys want to continue watching my content, Sergey himself has picked a video just for you on the left of the screen. Just all you have to do is click it, but YouTube does think you guys will enjoy the video on the right. The choice is yours. Anyways, you guys do know me as Sir Jorge the Great. Make sure you appreciate the word of Alola Neggy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.